Hi guys. In January 24, I walked into a doctor's surgery and he took my blood pressure only. He didn't take a blood test. And that single decision has cost me everything that's about to be told. I'm Gary and this is 2.6% Mind, and this is the start of a series called Know Your Blood. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to take you through the blood tests that almost everyone's had and almost no one understands. But I'm starting in a strange place, because before we talk about readings, I want to talk about what happens when you don't get one. I saw my GP because I was feeling unwell, and I felt bad enough that I'd gone there. And in France, where I live, a GP can order a blood test in the morning and the results are usually back the same evening. That's the system, and it works extremely well. If a blood test had been ordered that morning, the bacterial signature in my body would have been visible by the evening, and I would have been admitted to hospital. The right antibiotics would have been started, and the sentence I'm about to say to you would not exist. My blood pressure was taken, my blood was not. I went home, the infection inside me kept doing what bacterial infections do. When no one's fighting with them, it spread, it went deeper, it went into my blood. By the time I was finally admitted to hospital, in the early hours, a long time later, after the consultation, I was no longer the person who could ask for the test that should have been done at the start. I was drifting in and out of consciousness, and my wife was the one who was fighting for me now. It was a long time after that I actually saw a senior doctor, and by the time the right treatment took hold, I was in septic shock. I was given a 2.6% chance of surviving that night. All of it, every single hour that started with a test that was never ordered. So this is a series about giving you what I didn't have. Not medical knowledge from a doctor. The basic literacy of a patient. 1, what a blood test actually measures. 2, what it can reveal and what it can miss. 3, what you have every right to ask for before you leave the room. Because here's what I learnt the hard way. A blood test isn't a verdict, it's a conversation between your body and a piece of paper. And then a patient who knows what that conversation says and knows to ask for it is a patient that's going to get heard. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to ask, and I lost a year of my life. You don't have to. Every episode in this series ends with the same way, with one single question, a single sentence that you can write down and take to your next appointment. This week's question is the one I wish I had asked the doctor. And it was just like, given how I'm feeling, would a blood test not help me understand what's going on? But that's it, one sentence. You don't have to be a medical person. You just have to ask. Next week, we open up about the most ordered blood tests in the world, the full blood count, and I'll show you what it actually measures and why it matters. Subscribe so you don't miss this. I'm Gary of 2.6% Mind, and I hope to see you next week.